Rachel. I studied a Bachelor of Arts majoring in Media and Communications and English and Theatre Studies at the University of Melbourne. I'm from Lurg, which is a small community just probably 20 minutes outside of Benalla in northeast Victoria. I grew up on a beef cattle farm. I now work for the state member for the Aurora electorate, Msrf Rachel. Well, I suppose the drought was present for most of my later childhood and all through my teen years. We were still acutely aware when we would ask if we wanted to go into town for something, the petrol and the money and the time that would involve taking Dad away from the farm or things like that.
How do you budget for the next year when you don't know what the weather's going to do? And it was pretty hard, and it sort of got to the point where you knew you were going to lose money, that the farm was not going to be profitable. I think it was really a matter of making the right decisions to minimise the loss. So that was pretty tough.
I remember looking at college websites before I knew I had the scholarship, and Mum and I actually looked at them and we thought, I'll keep dreaming, because you look at the price and you think that's never going to happen.
In 2009, one of my roles was to direct the school production, and Rachel had the lead role. She was someone that impressed me greatly as a natural leader, and during 2010 I nominated her for a number of awards. Thankfully, she won the big one, the McPherson-Smith, which was great.
I think the McPherson-Smith scholarship really ensured that I was well connected when I got to Melbourne. Without it, I think I would have felt like a little country kid in a big city with, not knowing anyone, not knowing anything. And I mean, I was still that, but I had a mentor I was able to call, and I could also talk to my other friends that I'd met on the leadership camp that were studying, and you don't feel like you're off on your own trying to do it all alone.
The critical thing about Rachel is that she's an absolutely delightful young person, and I thought that she would be an ideal person in my front office and to provide the customer service that my customers expected when I was a local MP. And so if people like Rachel can increase their educational achievements, get exposed to high achievers, they can come back to country Victoria and raise our leadership standards and address that ever-widening social disadvantage gap that we currently have.
So the Benalla Collective is essentially a group for young people working in the Benalla area. We started it to fill the gap of not having anything to do, particularly during the week, and as a way for young people to connect with each other who are working in the area.
Too many country kids are missing out on higher education. Help them become tomorrow's rural leaders. Get involved at msrf.org.au.